Welcome to episode 44 of No Man's Land with me, Farm Sim Snowy. Welcome back everybody. Since the last episode I have been a busy bee. Sold a couple of things. What I sold was the harvester header which we had last episode, which wasn't really working with our new harvester, if you remember that. And I also sold, I think I dropped it there, the front weight we used to do the silage, because it was a bit narrow. I didn't think it was working that well, so I sold those two things. I've still kept this one. I think what we'll do when we come to do silage again like that is buy another one of them, and we'll have one front and back because they seem to work really well like that. I've made, let's go into landscaping mode because it's easier to show you. I've cut a lot of the grass and made hay, because I just thought, well, in a minute this field here, our old grass field, is going to be turned into something else, and it had grown again, so I thought I'd mow it and make some hay, especially because we lost all those hay bales somehow. I don't know what happened there, but it happened, so we've got to get some hay back. So we did this little area here, all of our grass field, as you can see, and also, as you can see, soybean field is ready to harvest. So is the wheat field here, so that's good. And I did this area here. I didn't go too mad. I mean, I didn't go right up to the edges, like I didn't come into here, and I didn't quite go all the way through here and to the end, but it's just going to give us a little bit of hay. Well, hopefully quite a bit of hay, because obviously we've got horses. I'm not too worried about the sheep. We can give them grass, but at some point hopefully we're going to have cows on here. And I've also, oh yeah, I was going to show you that actually. I use this setup for the hay. So I leased the Crone Big M, put a front lifter on the back, as you can see, and then attach this tedder. I think we did similar sort of thing when we did the hay bales, because if you set that to swath dropping, if you've got a small tedder like that, as you go over the row it doesn't flick it around so much, so it sort of keeps it in the swaths, but it turns it into hay obviously. So that was what I did there, which worked very effectively. What I'm going to do is quickly drive down to the industrial area, because like I said I was going to do last episode, I spruced it up a little bit, hopefully to everyone's approval. And if you remember me saying a while ago, I've always wanted a road coming in, going between the two rocks there. I'll zoom out a bit. So we've done that, so we've got a sort of in and out, so you can go either way. Some flowers, and I added in all these bushes because I thought it would be cheaper, it doesn't cost us anything to add these bushes in. It's part of the landscaping textures, just to make it look like they're sort of hedges and bushes. So now we can drive up, some more flowers all around in by the bakery. We can drive in and around all of this to our sell points, and then if we take this little road we can then drive in and around to our new wood chip sell point. Made this area quite big, so it gives us a bit of a turn and circle to then back in up to there. And then obviously we can go this way to the slurry yard and the BGA. And the BGA has obviously got its own entrance and exit over this side as well. So yeah, I thought I'd spruce that up a little bit. Hopefully everyone is happy with that. I'll just show you what it looks like up in the air. So there you go. It's all sort of like separated with the bushes. Pretty cool. I'm pleased with that anyway. So that is what I've been doing. I was going to say something else. Oh, that's what I was going to do. In terms of the wood chip sell points, I don't think I showed you last episode. Or did I? I can't remember now. Seems so long ago. The pellet box is the new wood chip sell point. That is currently going up. Hopefully it's going to be a lot better than the actual wood chip sell point at the sawmill. But we'll keep our eye on that. I don't think it's going to be an amazing price for wood chips, but we have got quite a lot of them. So what we're going to do first of all is I think I will get a worker going on the soybean field, because that's a bit more worker friendly where it's square, more square. Because the only thing I was thinking about the other day, whilst I was at work actually, instead of thinking about work, I was thinking about my farming simulator farms. These new fields that we're putting in, they're not going to be very worker friendly, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I mean, I'll probably have to do a few headlands myself and then set them off and see how they cope with them, but I'm not holding my breath. So I could have shot myself in the foot a little bit by creating these big weird shaped fields, but it is what it is now. It's done. We will find out what happens. Also, we have got our silage there, which we can go and start selling down to the BGA. Not sure that's going to be this episode, but that will be something we need to do. Straw there needs to be collected. So much to do. You can just see where some of the grass was slightly behind in the growth stage, so it didn't obviously allow me to cut that, but I've managed to do all this as well. Because obviously if we do get cows, we're going to need to make TMR for them, and we're going to need hay for that. We've got quite a bit of straw. Obviously the pigs and the horses are using that as well. So we'll get over here and get this worker going, and then I will probably start picking up that hay with our truck and big trailer with the milling machine. But obviously at some point I am going to have to come over and empty this guy, but if I'm in the truck I can probably still do that as we're going. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to suggest, and I want you guys thoughts on it, is I've found, I know it's probably been out for a while, but a pig food silo where we can actually buy the pig food, and it's these. So it's 75,000, but we can buy pig food from there, which is going to work out a little bit cheaper than buying it in the big bags from the shop. And obviously the buy anything silo down at the shop is just ridiculous price anyway, so it's definitely going to beat that. So I was thinking of placing one of these down and buying, obviously it's still going to cost us money, but instead of growing things like the soybeans, we were just going to tip straight into the pigs, because they're just eating their way through everything, is just to have a buy silo for the pig food, and every now and then just top them up through that, because then what we do grow crop wise is going to be more or less ours, or we'll be just going into some of the other animals like the chickens. So I wanted your thoughts on that, or do you think that is kind of sort of cheating if we've got a silo. But like I say, it's going to cost us money. It's not like we're going to be just getting it sort of free, because I was going to tip these soybeans straight into the pigs, which we probably still could. Anyway, let's get this guy going, like so. Off he goes. Right, I'm going to go and start picking up that hay in the truck, and I will probably bring you back in when there's a little bit more going on. So I'll see you shortly. So I thought I'd just bring you back in quick. The hay picking up is going well. As you can see, I used the New Holland and this trailer to unload the harvester. We've got a full load of soybeans, so I am going to carry on tipping in and feeding the pigs with this until we decide what to do about that pig silo where we can buy it. But it just seems a shame that we're always tipping our crops in here now, because that's probably not really going to touch the sides. Hopefully it will go in the green. There we go. So that is them fed for a little bit. Probably end up tipping most of those soybeans in there just to keep them topped up. But yeah, I'll carry on with all this, picking up the hay and unloading this chap over here, and I'll see you again shortly, guys. Right, so all the hay has been picked up. Our worker has finished, but they've missed this strip as per usual. I don't know why they don't like this corner, so we're just going to finish this off and then tip it into the trailer, and then we'll tip that in the pigs. I'm guessing it probably will all go into the pigs. So that's all that done. I think we've got probably more than a full trailer load here. I'm pretty sure that's 2 loads in this trailer. I'll soon find out. Right, let's turn that off and we'll jump in the New Holland. We might squeeze it all in there, hopefully. Probably, let's just double check how much is left in here. That is good, that's empty. Let's put the pipe away. Harvester can stay here for a minute, so that's good. We're just shy of a full trailer load. So like I say, we'll tip this into the pigs. We're going to cut through. Ooh, our trees have grown again another stage. Look, these ones are slightly behind by the look of it. That's smart. But we'll cut through. We probably could make a track still through there, because those trees, when they get taller, all the foliage will be up the top. And the grass is growing again already. That's how long it's taken us. I haven't changed the time, it's on real time, so yeah, it's taken quite a while. Where am I going? We're meant to be going to the pigs, aren't we? Right, so are they going to take all of this? Let's just double check. They probably are, aren't they? because we worked it out, so it should be 150,000 litres each food bar at the minute. I'm not sure what to do with the pigs yet, because obviously the more and more we have, the more and more they're going to eat. So I don't know if we get to a certain number, I don't know, for instance say 200 pigs, and then we start selling off a few just to keep it more manageable. Because can you imagine having 500 pigs, what they're going to get through? That's going to be chaos. Right, so the wheat field is ready to go, and what I wanted to try and do there is, with the issue that we had with the harvester last episode, in fact there's a little bit of hay left still in that truck, so let's leave him there, because I wanted to show you how much we had. So we'll tip that in, that can stay there. We have got 585,954 litres of hay. That is mental. But obviously we will need most of that for when we get animals. I'm just checking because I got recommended a header for that new harvester. I'm just checking. Oh yeah, here we go. Dave DeBuzz recommended. I will show you. So thanks for recommending that to me. To work with that harvester that we've got is, I've never used them before, these guys here. He thinks they work a lot better with that harvester. Now the only thing is the widest one is 7.2, which is a little bit smaller than I'd hoped for, because our John Deere one was actually, I think it was 7.6. But what we're going to do is we will get one of those, I think. We'll see what it's like. I'm not sure we will keep it, so we can change. That's pretty cool that you can change all these. We could go for just black, so it'll be black, or we could go for the new, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go black. CRX, right, nice. Soldier Flex, I've no idea what any of these do. I don't know if the Flex is going to help us or not. We'll just keep it standard. We're going to bite the bullet and buy it. So I will run down, well not run, I'm going to drive our harvester down there, and I'll see you back up at the wheat field and we'll see how this goes, because I want to get the wheat field done and dusted, because we need to extend that field at some point, and obviously we can use the wheat for the chickens and probably the pigs again. So I'll head on down to the shop, grab this new harvester header, and I'll see you back up at the wheat field and we'll see what it's like. Just had to come over to the wool pallet quickly because we just had the dreaded message come up saying there was no room, so we'll just clear this. We won't sell it yet, but we'll just clear it so that it can build up a little bit more, and then we'll drop the trailer just down in over here in this nice gap, something like that. I'm guessing we probably might have to do the same with the eggs. Actually, we'll go and check. I think they're getting quite, yeah, look, you can see from there, so we'll do that as well. So having the animals is certainly keeping us on our toes. It's not just the pigs that we are rushed off our feet with. I don't think we'll get any more animals after the cows. I was considering getting another chicken pen, but I just think we're gonna have eggs coming out of our ears if we do that. So we'll just park that under the trees again, like so, as long as I remember they're there and that we have to empty them. Right, I'm going to jump out of there and I'm going to bring this trailer over because we will need this trailer at some point. Harvester is over there ready to go. Obviously we'll use this trailer to empty this harvester when it's full. I'm just hoping this header works okay. But like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed that it's not a bigger header, because the whole idea of getting another harvester was to get something that can take more in the tank and have a bigger header. So let's watch this, because this is supposed to be pretty impressive. Unfold the header. I've got to say that is pretty smart. Now let's just see if this works okay. Yeah, you can see it's not very wide, is it? Oh, let's unfold the harvester. Off we go. I mean, I even tried off camera the John Deere. Again, I forgot about the straw swath, but luckily it's already going. I even tried the John Deere headers, which is what is recommended to go with this harvester, and even that was struggling over there on that oat field. So I'm guessing unless you're on pretty flat surfaces, you're gonna struggle. But I'm still undecided about this setup, but we'll see how it goes. So far so good. We're at 6 miles an hour. So I'm even considering, shall we hire a worker? I don't know how they're going to cope. They can't really do any damage because there's no crops growing in any of the fields at the minute, because we want to lime that new field in front of us. I want to try and get something growing to that field, so I think we're just going to try and hire a worker, see what happens. Right, they're off and running. So let's run through our wheat field. Try not to worry about what they're going to do. Be interesting to see what they do at the end there. So like I said, we need, where are we? Up here somewhere, to lime this part and here. I was going to lime the whole field, but I don't think I will, because this is not that big an area and neither is that. And then when all of this big area needs liming, we will do the whole lot. And our soybean field is going to need lime as well, so that's good to know. So what we'll do is get back in the vent. I think our smaller lime spreader should cope with just those two little areas, because I'm not sure our little fence going to pull that, because because it is quite huge. So we'll use this little fella over here. Now I know obviously we got our own mowers just there, but I thought because they won't connect up together like the in-game, what are they called? Where are they? The pottingers. You can connect those two together and run them off either the front or back, but because our mowers don't do that, I couldn't then get the tedder on the back, so that's why I went for the big M, just leased it. So if we fill that up, I'm hoping this will be enough to do those little bits of field. We will soon find out. So if we go over to the bigger section first, gives us a chance to see what this worker's done. Looking pretty good, I suppose. Right, so let's zoom out a little bit and let's get liming. I've completely forgotten how wide this spread is on this one, so it's pretty good. Anyway, I'll get this done and I'll see you in a sec when we're ready to put some crop in, because I think we might buy a bigger seeder or planter. Right, we didn't quite have enough. Helper J has a nearly full grain tank for this little bit. I've done all that section over there, so I've topped us back up. I'm not sure this tiny little triangle bit next to us needs it. It looks like it might do, so we will go for it anyway. And then obviously we're gonna have to go and empty the harvester. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job over there, but I'm not going to praise them up too much. So we'll just get this done quick. The little fence struggling a little bit on the slopes. Yeah, and I think because our fields are getting a bit bigger, I think our Great Plains is going to be a little bit too small. We're going to keep hold of it for the smaller fields though, because it is a very handy piece of equipment. But for these bigger fields, I think we're going to need something a bit more wider. Now obviously we've used the John Deere huge one. In fact, let's just show you what I'm on about. I think you obviously do know what I'm on about. I think they're in planters, aren't they? So we've got this fella at the minute, which is 12 meters, which is pretty good. And we've used that one in the past, which is 36.5 meters, which would be excellent. But it only does those few crops, which again isn't a huge problem. Then there's this one for 27 meters, but again that doesn't fertilize and it only does the same crops. I was looking at this Stara. Hang on a second, that is not a direct drill, is it? Which means we would have to cultivate, which isn't an issue. What have we got in terms of cultivators? Big ones. obviously we've got these. Now our Xerion could pull that, couldn't it? But that means I've got to go through that field now with a cultivator. So I'm not sure. How's he doing? They must have a full tank almost. It looks like they're going to be on the wrong side for us to unload as well. Right, let's return this anyway. So I'm just thinking at the minute about what to do with this seeder and planter. What have we got in seeders? I don't think there's anything massively wider than what we've already got. 15 meters. These guys are just monsters. Where is it? These. They're quite high on the old slot count as well, they are. Don't think we haven't really got anything that much better than what we already got, have we? 14.2. Maybe we'll just stick with the Great Plains for now and see what happens. Let's put this. That didn't actually come out of there, did it? But what normally lives in there then? 2 trailers go there. I don't know. Oh, the egg trailer normally goes in there, I think, doesn't it? But that seems to live outside. Right, so let's drive over here and unload this fella. They're actually on the wrong side, aren't they? So dismiss them. Grab the old New Holland. That's cool. Right, let's just have a look at this situation again. So we own this fella. 12 meters. Da 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 da. Right. I keep forgetting we've got this additional tank as well for seeds when we go out seeding that big field. So we've looked at seeders. I might have to look into this, you know. Yeah, that was what I was gonna get. It's not a direct drill, is it? Seed only, fertilizer. Alright, that's a direct drill. It doesn't fertilize. That's not that much of an issue. It's just this is quite expensive, isn't it? That does direct drill, we know that because we've used it. 11 meters was the in-game ones there. That's actually 18, but that... Oh man, I don't know what to do now. Right. I'm going to get this worker going back again, and I'm going to have a little think about this. I might even have a quick look on Mod Hub to see if there is anything else, but I think I've got most of the big seeders downloaded. But I'll double check. Let's get them off and running again. So, right, I'll see you in a bit, hopefully with a decision on what to do. I've made a decision. We're going to buy it. We are going to buy the big John Deere. This bad boy, which we've used before. We know it works. Direct drill, seeds and fertilizers same time. Yes, it is expensive, but we have still got over 2 million in the bank. So if we go for the refuge tank plus liquid fertilizer, because that's the biggest tank, the wheels, I think we're going to go for Trelleborgs because I prefer those wider wheels to those Michelins. There's no other options on that. Oh, that's going to cost another 8,000. How much is the wide? Nah, let's keep it standard. We won't worry with lights. Yeah, we will. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. Cleaner disc. No. No till row cleaners. No, we won't bother with that. Attachers. Trailer hitch. Again, not worried about that. We can always customize it further down the line. We will get the old back vacuum blower. GPS doesn't apply to us. So 366,780. We're buying it. We are buying it. So I'm going to take this beast down there to pick it up. I'll see you back up here. We'll fill it up. I'm going to try and fill up from that seed bag there just to clear that. Right, let's see if we can load up from this bag. Hopefully we will. Let's get the tank open. If we can't, hopefully the Great Plains will be able to do it. I'm not that fussed if it won't. Just thought it might, that was all. I'll just try one last time, reverse right up to it in the middle. No. Right, that's okay. We're not worried about that. What we do need to do though is, oh, that's not got a very good turn on it, is it? I'm not sure like that. I don't remember it being as bad as that, unless it's... I wouldn't have thought it was because we've added these tyres. Right, let's get the liquid fertilizer in. There we go, at least something's working for us. That's that done. Right, that helper has finished their task. But I'm not too worried about them just yet. I don't expect they've got everything. Although it doesn't look too bad. Whoa there. Seeds. Now the next thing, what are we going to grow in this new field? Decisions this episode. I think we might grow, obviously we are limited now because we've just got a planter. I think we might go for some sunflowers in this field. Let's have a quick look at some of the prices. We've already done soybeans just a minute ago, or a couple of episodes ago planted. Let's go for sunflowers. At the minute we've got great demand at the sweet shop, but I'm guessing that is not going to still be there by the time this is ready to harvest, and also by the time this is folded out. That's the only other thing, this takes absolutely ages to fold out. But that looks like they've done a pretty good job on this field. I think I've just spotted a tiny, I could live with that. If that is all they've left behind, I can handle that. Come on. Must admit, that is brilliant when it does unfold though. So let's turn that over to sunflowers. So it only does corn, sunflowers, soybeans, sugar beet and cotton. But those are things that we've grown in the past, so that's okay with me. Just need that end to go now. And then we should be good to go. Hopefully it won't take too long with it being this wide, but you never know. Right, that, come on, that is unfolded, isn't it? Surely. There we go. Lower it down. I love that sound. The old vacuum blower going at the back. Awesome. Right, so we should have sunflowers in the ground. Let's not miss anything. Let's just double check. Where are we? We are up here. Sunflowers growing and fertilized. Hopefully most of this, apart from this patch and this little bit here, will be double fertilized by then, which is pretty good as well. So happy days, the big new field is getting its first crop. Tiny bit left there, and then we'll have a look on the map, see what it looks like. Like so. So we had plenty of fertilizer and seeds. I've just, yeah, that is folding up. As you can see, look at that, what a huge field that's going to be. I think that possibly is bigger than this field now, and it's growing obviously, and we've got a few little dots here and there, but we can sort that out when it gets to its first sort of stage of growth. When it sprouts up, we'll run over that with our fertilizer spreader and sort that out, so it should even it up. But yeah, well pleased with that. So I'm going to start driving because this takes forever to fold up, because over here, and which is how I want to end the episode, I said about taking up a bit of room on this field over here for shed or something like that. I've grabbed both our harvesters back and washed them, cleaned them up. If I turn that engine off, that should still fold up, shouldn't it? Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so I grabbed the harvesters back. We've still got the trailer full of wheat over there, so I probably will, after this episode, feed, I expect the pigs are going to take all of that, to be honest with you. Just mind you, the chickens are pretty good for now. They're not desperate. Whereas these little so-and-sos are. But I want to put down, I think it was in sheds. We've got a new harvester house. It's only 15,000 to buy. So I wanted to place it down here because I think this would be brilliant for us, as I've said about having extra storage. That looks pretty square to me, actually, to be fair. I don't want it too close to the diesel tank and obviously our truck, and that needs to swing round through there. So I'm thinking probably something like that. Well, it's done now. Where is it? So this is the fella. If you haven't seen it, it's well smart. So we've got lights pretty much all the way round it, but it turns the lights on everywhere. So we've got different switches here, like so. I will leave them on so you can see, but we've got 3 bays for your harvesters. We've got a drive-through area, which is going to be good for the New Holland. Also in here we have a workshop trigger, which is brilliant as well. So we've got another workshop. Oh, this bit here we can change to, he says, different manufacturers, but I'll probably keep it to that because we're not really a branded farm. But then this smart bit here, we've got sort of some pallet forks there, because you can rest another header on there, and obviously if you've got quite a wide one, you can open and close those, which is awesome, I think. So that is 15,000 well spent. So straight away we are going to, now I know this is only a 7.2. I was thinking of putting the I'll tell you what, is that actually going to fit on there? Seems a bit high compared to this header. It's not, is it? Excellent. Right, well, that's a bit annoying. Does that become higher when you fold it up? I don't think it does. No, right. What I might do then is put one of the corn headers over there and put this header in the storage over there. Right, let's leave that fella there and let's move on to this one, because this should work. If it doesn't, this is complete car crash TV. And then this will free up some of this drive-through here, so we can probably put our new planter in there, because that is absolutely huge. But I'm thinking this header will go perfectly in here, because we don't desperately need the workshop. But it would be quite cool to work on a few things in there, but that can drop off there. This little fella can back up in one of these, doesn't matter which one, like so, as long as the pipe isn't sticking through the wall. No, we are stuck though. This is not going well, is it? Right, we need to move over a little bit then. Just so I can get out. There we go. Obviously got too much of a big bum. what we'll do is I think, actually saying that, I'm being a bit silly here, aren't I? We can park this up as it is, because that header is no wider than the actual harvester itself. It just means if we come to do the corn work, etc. like that, we will swap over the headers. Again, probably need to come over a little bit. Let's see if that will work. Yes, excellent. So there we go. We've got a new home for our harvesters, and I think we will leave it there for that episode. So I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.